Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome you back to our bustling little village in Manor Lords. This is episode 5, and in just 5 hours of play, we've accomplished so very much, and yet there's still so very much more to accomplish. Folks, if you've been enjoying this series thus far, if you'd like to see more Manor Lords in your life, and if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, then I humbly suggest that you maybe consider subscribing, because there's going to be a ton more Manor Lords around these parts. I've just been having such a blast. And apart from that, folks, if you've been having a blast too, please don't hesitate to let me know by hitting that like button and perhaps leaving a comment down below too. I do read through each and every comment, so if you have any questions, suggestions, feedback, thoughts, opinions, whatever it might be, leave them down there and I'll address them in one way, shape, or form. And before I address some of them in today's session, I think I should address this bandit camp that was sighted. Now, fortunately, okay, fine, there we go. I was just about to say, fortunately the Baron's army hasn't been sighted, which means he's not interested. But nope, there it is. All right, where is this bandit camp, and how far must my men go to get me that influence? Not all that far away, actually. Not all that far away. This shouldn't be a problem, and what we'll do is we'll wait for the Baron's forces to come maybe up to here or so, maybe up to here, and then we'll go ahead and raise our militia and move in to eliminate these brigands, secure that influence, secure that wealth. Yeah, we got a bit of time. All right, good stuff, because I do want to focus a little bit on our development first. Now, as I was saying, there were a couple of comments I wanted to address. It seems that there are some concerns that are being brought up in the comments, and I just want to very quickly go over those. First things first, it was suggested that maybe I forgot to put the orchards down in these two burgage plots. Nope, we do in fact have them. I mean, sure, I can click and I can see that the apple orchard has been assigned to these two, but I do love that visually I can tell from a distance even. I got my vegetable gardens, I've got my orchard over here. Like, you can tell what's going on, and I think that's so, like, I love that. I think it's great. I think that's just great. Apart from that, it was also pointed out to me that I'd maybe put down the wrong mine at the clay deposit. To that, I just want to explain that there is actually only one structure when it comes to mining, and it's the mining pit. Well, one structure that you place down like this, and it's the mining pit, and that's contextual. So if I'd put it on an iron deposit, it would extract iron ore, but because it's on a clay deposit, it'll extract clay. And again, just as a reminder, we're turning that clay into clay tiles to eventually upgrade our church and then perhaps export as well. Now, segueing into export and import, let's talk about why we're importing barley right now, because it was asked of me, like, why do we have such fertile land left unused? We should be growing our own barley, and you're absolutely right, and we perhaps will down the line. But the thing about farming is that it is very involved. There are quite a few steps to getting farming going. We'd have to build a farmhouse, we need to get enough peasants to actually work the fields efficiently, we'd have to time it right because there's, seasons, and those seasons actually have an impact on your yield and all that good stuff. And then if I'm doing stuff like bread, for example, if I'm chasing after that, there are other structures that need building too. So there's a bit of a time investment, there's a bit of a human resource investment as well, and that's why it's kind of waiting for the opportune moment. That aside, even though yes, our emmer fertility and our flax fertility is solid, our barley fertility is actually quite localized off in the distance here. So we have less room to grow barley, and as a result, we might only ever import it. Truth be told, I wouldn't mind having a barley farm out over there. It'd be nice, but there is a chance that we just import it and convert it into ale and send it back out there, obviously with the malt as a middle step. So just wanted to address that really quickly, that yes, we have great emmer fertility, but when it comes to barley in particular, it's not perfect. I mean, we got some, bald patches, as it were. Nonetheless, we will, don't worry, get to farming, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. And now, segueing from farming into the topic of food, it was pointed out to me that it's rather strange that this market isn't able to supply food to these guys. They're not that far away, the distance isn't that great. And I should clarify that it's not just about distance here. Distance is a factor. What's happening, basically, you can think of it this way, is by the time the folks over here are able to get to the market to pick up their groceries, the market's already been bought out by everyone living over here. So by the time these guys get there, there's nothing to buy. So the issue is throughput. The issue is there's not enough stock, and there's not quick enough restocking. So I think if we actually get some more families at the granary, we'll see this problem get solved. Now, I don't mind the idea of producing more food as well. Right now we just have 7 months worth of food. We do have some empty burgage plots that'll have more families moving in, so that number might shrink a little bit. Winter's about to hit us, and that could be a problem. So let's solve this problem with a couple of steps. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and, yes, assign another family to the granary, and remove one from the large storehouse. And here you can see what adding these additional families did to the storehouse, right? It's able to get more because we have more people hauling these goods into this central location. Right now, you know, if we have families coming from over there and over there to try and put food at the marketplace, it's too slow. So I'd rather have all that stuff centralized at this granary to speed up that throughput. So let's get one less family at the large storehouse and one more family at the granary, and hopefully that'll be enough. We might need another one. This family will ideally set up another food stall, and that way we'll have an additional food stall, stockpiling and providing. Hopefully this does the trick. We might need even more families here, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Apart from that, we'll go ahead and at these 2 burgage plots establish a couple of chicken coops, because that'll provide eggs, and eggs are also, surprise, surprise, food. So pop a chicken coop there, and let's go ahead and pop a chicken coop here as well. A pair of them should do the trick. So we got some chickens, maybe a couple more here down the line, and we'll have the goats over here. Maybe I'll add another goat shed here as well. Get those hides, get the leather, get the boots, all that good stuff. We'll see. That might wait a little bit. It's not like I have a dearth of regional wealth or anything, but let's play it by ear. And I believe this burgage plot can actually be expanded as well. So we'll do that to make sure we have room for even more people. Right now we have 21 families. We're going to have 22 living spaces. That means we have a bit of wiggle room, so I should add a bit more living room, as it were, so that people can keep moving in. And we can continue to grow the size of our city and our militia. But yes, I do have to be sustainable about it, because we are seeing a bit of tension, a bit of stress when it comes to things like food. Nonetheless, folks, let's remember the colors over here. These guys were red as well. These guys are red still. They're no longer red because they're technically under construction. But here, let's get time going. And as soon as the construction here is done, you'll see those guys be red as well. We got a bit of yellow over here, a bit of yellow over there. Clothing looks all right, except for at the bottom corner over here. So we'll see if the hide from the goat shed back over here does the trick. And yeah, if you see food variety, this is red. And hopefully you can just take my word for it. This is red too. But the reason why I'm making such a big deal of pointing this out is just because I want to track it as well. I want to make sure that this does end up working out and we don't find ourselves flat-footed, caught out of position, as it were. Now, as that's being built, I'll check it out as soon as it's done. Let's go ahead and address another concern that was brought up in the comments, actually, with regards to how far away all this is. Not from the nearest housing, but that too. But I suppose more importantly, from the nearest well. Hang on a second. Let me just highlight this real quick. Yeah, so you can see all those houses at the bottom there are in red for food, a little bit of green for the clothing, and a mixed batch for the fuel. So food is what we'll use as a barometer, especially because that's what we adjusted right now with the granary. Anyway, right, the closest well, all the way over here. If a fire breaks out, we're in trouble. So let's go ahead and take a look at underground water and establish an additional well in this area over here. What I'm thinking is we'll pop it down over here. So it's kind of in between the literal furnace over here, and some of the, potentially dangerous items. Well, I mean, the tiny fire, the logging camp might go off, I guess. I mean, these are also in danger, right? Like the dyer's workshop and tannery and stuff. Anyway, we got 2 sources of water with this additional well put down. So let's go ahead and put you down, thinking like over here. And what we'll do is connect you like so. And connect you like so, leaving us a bit of room here to do something. I'm kind of tempted. Again, this was suggested in the comments too, and it got me thinking. I am kind of tempted to put a couple of maybe small houses down over here. I'm actually thinking ones without backyard extensions or anything. Just a couple of small houses to get working at these buildings, basically. I'll think about it. Y'all let me know what you think. Let me know if that sounds like a nice little small community out over there of, people working the stone cutting camp, the mining pit, and all that good stuff. That's where my head's at right now. But now my head's at this camp over here. Oh yeah, we still got some time. Again, not in a rush, because I want to do something for my economy and development first before we dive into that battle over there. And truth be told, I could actually hire some mercenaries. I got plenty of money. I could just hire some mercenaries. Let's see if some better mercenaries come through, and then maybe I'll hire them to take care of the brigands here. They will charge me per month until I disband them. I have a decent bit in my treasury. Perhaps it's something we can do. Something to think about at the very least. Nonetheless, turn our attention back to the market over here and see what's going on. Food variety is still not looking too hot. Could speed time up a little bit and see how it plays out. I'm just trying to figure out... Right, I wanted to get this expansion done. I believe that's the only one that can expand. The rest are all done already. And yeah, that'll give us just enough living space for when November comes through. And I think maybe at the start of the year, we'll go ahead and establish our fields. It'll still be, you know, the dead of winter. January, February is still winter. But then we'll be ready for spring. And we'll be ready for summer. That's probably when I'll time it for. And I think we'll chase after things like bread first, as opposed to get that barley. Because again, that's kind of distant. And we've got a good thing going with the import. On which note, I wonder if... Did I not already get an additional horse? How many? Yeah, I got 2 horses. Where are my horses? Let's go ahead and assign 1 more permanent horse here. Just try and see if we can get the movement of goods happening faster. One more thing that I would actually like to do, at the trading post actually, is adjust my desired surplus of planks. And this will make sense soon. Go with 70? I think 70 should do the trick. It'll take some time for us to get there, and then we'll start bringing the... It'll take some time for us to get there, but we'll start exporting again soon enough. We have enough wealth to carry us in the meantime, I think. More than enough, I think. Just love, from time to time, watching the people at work. Oh, by the way, of course, the chickens, they're here now. Just a level of detail. Just a level of detail, folks. Absolutely love it. Like, each have names. Sorry, I realized I was just looking for their names and I didn't actually mention what I was doing. They each have names. Gurhaz, Endline. 2 of them called Endline. They must be related. I'm butchering these names, I apologize. I have minimal familiarity with this, like, language group. Hey, excuse me. With this language group, I'm speaking English. You know what I mean. I don't speak German, very little, very little, and I don't pretend to be able to speak it well, so I apologize for butchering all those names. Feel free to correct me. Absolutely do. Those brigands are causing me trouble now, and that's kind of tempting me to get involved a little bit faster than I'd initially anticipated. And if they keep robbing me just before winter, if they keep stealing food in particular just before winter, it's a cause for concern. I'll hold off. I'll hang tight for the time being. For the time being. Back to the marketplace. Still not amazing. I wonder... Get some more hunting going, perhaps? 15 wild animals. Sure. Get a family assigned here. I need to unassign a family from somewhere. Don't think I have a place I can unassign a family for. I still need clay. I still need that clay processed. Oh, perfect. A new family just moved in. Excellent. Timing couldn't have been better. Up over here, right? Alright, fair enough. Yeah, they're gonna need food as well. I think this family just grew too. Yep, beauty. Could use a child. But we're doing alright. Doing alright. This well is almost done. It's got its resources that it needs. This guy is actually using this path. Really, that's faster than going up this way. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. And by the way, the clay furnace and stuff, uses fuel. So we got to be wary of that as well when it comes to our potential resource shortages. Why do we only have 3 months of fuel? I mean, I know it's because our population is growing, but I can't help but feel as though these guys aren't working as quickly as I need them to be working. Let's clear the work area and just let them do what they need to do, and hope they work just a little bit faster. Burgish plot is done? Yeah. See, we're starting to get some eggs already. Beautiful. Shift it to the granary. What's actually happening over here? No movement yet. I'm sure we'll see it. It's just a matter of time. I'm sure we'll see it. Maybe I need another family, actually. Maybe I need another family. We've got 22. We've got room for 23. Perhaps time to build another home. Perhaps time to build these little this little community over here. I was thinking once the stone deposit gets cleared out by the stonecutter camp, we could do that. And you know, they'd be the ones who work over here. They work the fields and all that good stuff. We'd need another market for sure, though. Like, that market is way too far away to take care of people down over here. For sure. Alright, let's clear out some room. Get you working over here. Get that cleared out. Problem is, we have so much timber. We actually have to use it. I mean, I guess the plan is to use it to build additional plots. I can also expand a bit more over here. This area has been left kind of as is for the longest time. So I could actually do this kind of a thing. Get maybe a goat shed in that small space there. What am I thinking here? It's nice right by the storage. It's still within like the central community area. Maybe we get the maybe we get more like smiths and stuff like that back over here. Oh yeah, that could be neat. That could be nice. Yeah, sure. And you know what? We could get like if we continue to expand over here, we could get like the leather or the cobblers and stuff like that. Because then the tannery is right here. Yeah, maybe let's try that. Sure, I've committed. Let's do it. I've convinced myself. A well has been completed. We've got a new family joining as well. Down over here. Okay, sounds good. We've got 2 unassigned families. Let's get 1 more at the granary. See what that does for us. Ah, there you go. Beautiful. So we're seeing results. We're seeing results. Looks like it, at least, right? Because we haven't had any additional families at the Forager Hut for a while. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't make a change there this session. So it must be as a result of... Well, I shouldn't jump to that conclusion, but I think it's pretty indicative, right? That it wasn't a matter of purely distance, I should say. It was a combination of factors, and it's been solved by the throughput through the granary now. Didn't need an additional stall, though. Which one is selling? Ah, there you go. See? Hang on. What's that notification about? Have I let you get too close? Oh no! Ah, they actually got there before me. That's on me. That's entirely on me. I was playing at high speed so much there that I didn't realize how far that army would have gotten. Dang. Missed out on a bit of influence. That would have given us enough influence to actually expand into this region over here. That's a shame. Ah. My impatience has cost me today. My impatience has cost me today, folks. It's okay. Not every bandit camp needs to be taken care of by us, and Lord knows we don't need more regional wealth. That was a good, hefty sale. That was a hefty sale. That must have been so many war bows. We got 2 horses assigned here. Now, I would love to know what they're actually up to. I keep an eye out for these horses. And I wonder if I should buy more horses, actually. Now, here's a question. Do I put... When I put my manor down, do I put stables outside of it? That kind of makes sense, I guess, right? That kind of makes sense. And then we could have a bunch of horses available for the villagers. Now, they'd have to go a very long way to get those horses. But that's an option. Alternatively, we go back to this area over here and just put more stables down and get some more horses for people to cart stuff around. Might speed up the rate of resource movement. By the way, back to checking the marketplace real quick. Still looking alright. Could be better, obviously, but still looking alright. And it might be time... folks, for us to explore our manor. I'm thinking we got the resources for it, kind of, and I'll explain what I mean when we start to build it. But I don't see any reason to wait any further. The voting has really kicked off as far as what to do between the church and the manor, but that's not a decision I have to make right away. We can wait until the manor is built and all that good stuff. By the way, I should say, the massive orchard is taking the lead. It's close to 65% of the vote right now, so it's taking the lead quite heftily, but there is still time. I could pull the trigger on it right now, or I could wait patiently and give it another day of voting. I'll see. But that doesn't stop me from placing the manor down, and I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything else that I want to prioritize in terms of those resources that it'll consume first. The thought, of upgrading the church crossed my mind. Because that's all we need for some of these level 2 burgage plots to upgrade. That's all we need. Oh man, there's so many of them that would be entirely fulfilled if I just built that larger church. Tempting. Well, first of all, what that means is we are able to unassign families from the mining pit. Still a bit of a deposit left there. And the furnace as well. Get you out of there. Additional families for construction. Yeah, sure, partly. But also for the granary. And for the large storehouse. Cool. 2 unassigned families who do construction and stuff when the time comes. That sounds good to me. 24. We're building 2 more living spaces. Are we now? I wonder if I can continue to clear this space up. I just need to build for the sake of emptying this logging camp out. We are trying to build these burgage plots. They've received their timber, so that's good. That's the +2 there. Right, completely. I was so busy looking over here, like, where are we building more houses? I forgot about this little experiment over here. Alright, you know what, folks? Let's build our manor. Let's build our manor. I gotta find a sweet spot for it, and what I'm gonna do is keep things relatively simple now. And develop it as time goes on. It'll be our ongoing project because, folks, here's how constructing a manor actually works in Manor Lords. First of all, you get your little home, I suppose, and you pick a spot for it. I think this is a good spot. I like what we kind of came up with. We've got the little hunting camp over here. We've got the gathering hut, all that good stuff. It's looking like it's going to be a massive orchard over here for us to kind of walk through, as it were, or gardens, as it were. So yeah, I'm really liking how that's feeling, and this feels like a good spot, just generally speaking. Some of you have suggested, like, wouldn't it make sense to put the manor, like, closer to the outskirts, like, where the danger might be coming from? And yeah, sure, you're absolutely right, but I feel like every time there's been a threat, we've been able to project our force successfully enough. We've been able to get the militia going, solve the problem, and so perhaps we feel a little cocky. Perhaps we feel a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Just over certain of ourselves. A little bit of hubris, perhaps. So we're going to keep the manor somewhere back over here. And I'm thinking something like this, maybe, and then the road kind of loops in. Sure. All I'm going to do for the time being is pop this down and show you the castle planner and keep things somewhat simple so we can take a look and maybe work together on the plans for our manor. So I'm just going to hold the camera like this for just a couple of seconds. And, if you guys want to, like, give your thoughts in writing, or if you want to literally take a screenshot and, like, link me to it or tweet it at me or whatever it might be, or toss it in the Discord linked in the description down below, let me know your thoughts about how we should go about laying out our manor. Because what I'm thinking is right now, we've got a couple of options. We can put down walls and gates, we can put down an outer tower, a garrison tower, and a tax office. Each of these has certain costs to them, and each of them has certain benefits, apart from the tax office right now, which is currently cosmetic only, because it's being reworked. But, walls and gates, they're walls, so, they do what walls do. Then we've got our outer tower. This will provide garrison space, and garrisoned units and villagers will shoot projectiles at approaching enemies. And again, that's why, yeah, it might make sense to put this close to the border where there are threats coming and, you know, all that good stuff. Sure, but again, we're a little cocky, a little bit of hubris. Then there is the garrison tower that increases the maximum retinue size by 12, so I'll definitely want to build one of these. Limit is 1 per region, heads up. And then there's, you know, like I said, the tax office. So what you can basically do is I can like place the tax office and like pop it down somewhere so it's attached to our building, or I can have it a bit further out there. But you'll see very quickly it's like, oh, I actually can't build too far from other modules. All right, well, no big deal. I can go ahead and put down an outer tower. Say it's over here, and boom, all of a sudden my space that I can build in has expanded. So we do have a fair bit of flexibility in terms of how we want to build this space up. You know, again, when it comes to walls, we can simply, yeah, okay, fair enough. I've got a circular wall, and you can see now maybe why I wanted to preserve more planks, because you can see how expensive it can get to put just walls down, for example. That's going to be extremely expensive on top of the base cost already. And if I want it to be even bigger, then it's going to cost even more. But let's undo that for the time being. And I'm thinking just put this down, maybe put down the garrison tower because of its immediate benefit. Have it right next to our central structure, right, allowing a larger retinue. But apart from that, like the outer towers can perhaps wait until later. Same thing with the walls and gates. I'll be honest with you guys. I've been nervous about this moment. I've been nervous about this moment because planning our manor feels like such a big deal, and it is. It's our manor. It's the Manor Lords manor, right? And I've been thinking about how exactly I want to lay this out. And any one of you that's followed this channel, any one of you that's watched, in particular, like Planet Zoo on this channel, for example, you'll know how particular I can get when it comes to layout and design and stuff like that. So I've been nervous about this very moment for quite some time. But I think, yes, in the interest of making progress, we're going to keep things relatively simple to start with. Going to pop down the garrison tower. This will give me some time to think about what else I might want to do, what else I might want to, how else I might want to approach this this design. So pop you down over there. I feel like that's okay, you know, having the garrison tower right next to us. I mean, I think it's not necessarily realistic or like accurate, and we can obviously always go in and make adjustments later on if we want to, at a cost. It's not free. Nothing is free. So, you know, we can always go in and make some adjustments, but for the time being, I think this is nice and simple, and I can commit to it without over-designing and over-concerning myself with what we want to do, and I can afford it. Am I ready to commit? Do I want to put down the tax office as well, just to consume some additional timber and to see how I'd lay that out? Because I don't think I'd want the tax office attached to the central structure. I think I'd want it, you know, a little bit out there. Yeah, still a little bit further away. Maybe closer to the garrison. No, I'm joking. Maybe like over here. That feels right. You know, and then we'll have the massive orchard going all the way up to here. Get the walls down to there, perhaps. Right, like kind of rounded, I think. Nice round circular shape. Maybe like a nice kidney bean kind of a shaped thing going. We'll put down the walls, put down some of the towers and stuff like that. I don't know, lots to think about, and I would love your thoughts. Let me know. Whoops. Camera decided to shift over for a second there. Let me know what you guys think. And again, like I said, we can adjust these things afterwards if we want to. But for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and commit. Yeah, let's do it. There it is. Just a patch of dirt, slowly to be built up. Quite a few resources will be consumed. We'll keep stockpiling those planks so we can build the walls as big as we'd want. And I could actually get the road coming out right now. Yeah, I think this is nice. Should I wait until? Let's wait until it's been built up, and then we'll put the roads down. Then we can plan the walls and stuff around it as well. I'm excited for this. I've waited so long, and this will be good because you can see it from from down here. You'll be able to see the strength of the Lord, of both lords from here. Lord 1, Lord 2, or perhaps 1, 2. I don't know. Yeah, I like this. I like this quite a bit. It's been our plan all along, hasn't it? We're looking good. I mean, see, it's funny. Like the eggs are funny in the sense like you might not expect this, but the eggs are produced down here, but they're sold at the market. So the first people to get the eggs are actually these guys. That's why the throughput matters so much. The rate of restocking and resupplying matters so much. The granary's got so much ale. We got a family at the tavern. Yes, we do. Close. Close. How are we looking? I love watching the barrels get rolled over. There's just something so like... Whoops. There's something so like, I don't know, I didn't think about how the ale would get delivered, I guess. And then to see it, I was just like, oh yeah. I just love watching the barrels get rolled around. Oh, these houses are built. Right. Almost. Almost. Anyone moved in here yet? Not yet. Yeah, we'll get these guys upgraded and producing some stuff. I mean, this one doesn't have a backyard, but it does have an expansion. This one's got a bit of a backyard, right? Yeah, so this one can expand. Okay, we've got plenty of living space, so we're not going to expand. But back over here, when a family moves in, we'll look into... well, first we have to upgrade, so we have to make sure they get all their needs met. Missing one more type of food. What do you have, actually? Yeah, perhaps, unsurprisingly, it's berries. Fair enough, fair enough. I need more meat. Vegetables, eggs. Gotta get, we gotta get that bread soon. We got this bread. We gotta get this bread. We'll work on it for next year again. Come January, we'll start building everything we need to get the bread economy going. Got these massive fields, we'll take advantage of them. Now hopefully the logging camp is slowly starting to empty up a little bit as we're building more and more things. What are you gonna take? You're gonna take 19 timber. Like, that's good. That's good, right? That should allow us to start chopping down some more trees. I mean, worst case scenario, I can just establish an additional logging camp and have them stockpile timber themselves as well. Like, that option is, of course, always there. Now, real quick check over here. Fuel for 4 months. So it looks like these guys are getting to work. So that's good, at least. And I would very much like to figure out what we're doing here. Establish some more houses over here. Well, no. We're not building more houses yet. Sorry. I get so carried away. It's so easy to get carried away. It's like, yeah, more houses. No. Now's not the time for more houses. Firewood fuels. Got plenty of it. Gotta get someone selling it. We got this firewood stall. Got this firewood stall. We got this one. But you can see their stock isn't that high. 2 families unassigned. Let's get one more over here, perhaps. Clothing stall. Okay. Might need another storehouse or something. Interesting, interesting. Coming up on sustainable growth issues now. I mean, again, it's fine, of course. We have room for more markets and stuff. Just testing the boundaries, the limits here. Okay, fuel is starting to reach a bit more. I find a storehouse for excess weapon storage. Surely we've got room here. Might have been just like at that very moment. Might have been just that. Okay. What's our meat situation right now? Hunting away. They're at their limit, so there's no point having... Oh, and of course, as I say that, we got a couple more wild animals. Close enough to the limit, though, so let's not keep hunting for the time being. Decent number of vegetables, a nice number of vegetables, I should say. We just gotta actually sell them. Alright, we'll be good. Another family has moved in. Okay, good stuff. You're topped up. Ooh, we got another stall here, actually. An additional food stall. Excellent. So again, hopefully going to start seeing some more movement of goods there. Let's go ahead and build a hitching post. Hitching posts are very easy to move. I mean, the stable can be moved as well, of course. If I really wanted to move these next to the manor after it's been built, I can absolutely do that. But for the time being, let's go ahead and build ourselves another hitching post. So we can order another horse. Logistics. There we go. Copy down where? Trying to figure out, because eventually we'll want oxen for the fields as well. So, you know, we can just kind of swap things around eventually if horses end up over there next to the church and oxen down over here or something like that. Possibility. So sure, let's go ahead and put you down over here. We can always move them later. We can always move them. Let's take some time, but we can afford that to a degree. I say that, and I think about the brigands that we let go. That we let the enemy Baron have. God. Gotta be more careful about that. Now in about 80 days' time, in about 3 months' time, we're going to be attacked by raiders. I'm not sure what kind of strength they're going to bring, but we're going to bring about 30... Oh, wow. 44 soldiers. Am I doing that math right? That seems wild. Huh. Alright. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby at all. And we can hire some mercenaries if we want to. And do quite well for ourselves. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. So if the raid is that dangerous, that bad, we should be able to fend, bring in some mercenaries to help us fend them off. If needed. I love how the village looks, especially after a bit of rain. Oh, and there's the snow. I'm gonna say after a bit of rain, how there's the puddles, but, you know, the actual rainfall has stopped. Very serene, and then the snow, just so beautiful. There's something about the church with the snow. And let's see what the manor is looking like. Still under construction. A grand manor for a grand lord. We'll get it done soon enough. We'll get it done soon enough. The opening shot of the first episode. How has the horizon changed? That's why I've got a couple of these saved camera angles, because I like going back to, for example, this one. And then eventually we can kind of take a look at all the episodes and see how the town has developed. Man, the snow is so good. I know that sounds like such a tiny detail, but just the way it like sways on its way down, you know? How are our chickens doing? I love that they're so thoroughly animated. It's not just like a box that they're living in. And our goats, you guys doing okay? Alright. Enough of that. It's been mentioned to me that y'all would like to see more of that, and perhaps more of this, and I don't mind. I don't mind just spending some time from time to time roaming around. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm gonna step in a puddle. Gotta keep these shoes clean. Yeah, it really is quite nice. Just to be able to do this. Carrots, cabbages, turnips. I like the people hawking their wares and stuff. There's just all the little details and stuff. A long walk up to the manor, ain't it? Good. Keep a distance. Wow, how rude. Make way. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's so good. And even the snow, how it comes in on the ground, I quite love. Good stuff. At least we're meeting some of the food needs. At least these guys aren't all starving still. And we'll see how it looks after, you know, the bread and stuff starts to roll in and the eggs start to... Maybe I need more chicken coops, actually. What are we looking at? 1 egg, okay. It was higher earlier. There's the one, I guess, what, dozen eggs, I'm guessing? What do you call it? Like, what's the collective noun for eggs? I was gonna say bushel, but that, that doesn't sound right. Maybe more chicken coops back over here, actually. Maybe. How are we looking in terms of the, leather? The hides, I should say. 9 hides, eh? We got 3 down here. We've not been hunting for a little while, allowing these guys to grow back up. Just want to keep an eye on, like, where we're getting enough from or where we're not, you know? But I think food is a priority right now. So sure, another chicken coop here. And perhaps another one here as well. Check something. Yeah, I can always demolish if I need to. And swap it out. Lots of chickens, lots of eggs. Hopefully lots of food soon. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. And up over here, how are we looking? Now, these guys are also just getting their berries, I assume. Yep. At least they're getting fuel, they're getting clothes. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Most of their needs are being met. Now here, yes, I wanted to build... Well, eventually I wanted to build like a cobbler's workshop or something, right? And that should make it easier to get the leather, which is being produced down over here, over. And, you know, maybe I put a small storehouse over here that just manages the flow of hides, leather, and then the finished product goes over here. Like, that could be done to facilitate the movement of the flow of goods. But that's, you know, that's down the line when we can actually get that upgrade done. We need that second type of food here. We need that second type of food. Let's get a family at the hunting camp. We got a few more animals to hunt. But yeah. We're making our way there. We're making our way there. Speed time up a little bit. And you know what else I could probably do? Probably at the same time upgrade this church. Part of me is like prioritizing the manor, obviously. Nice to have this finished finally. But as you can see, it's taking a fair bit of time to get all those goods transported over. We got a long way to haul that timber, a long way to haul those planks. Maybe I do need more unassigned families to help with this construction. But right now, as the oxen are busy with this, what are they not able to help us with, you know? And on the topic of oxen, why don't we go ahead and turn our attention back down to this hitching post. Prioritize this so we can go ahead and order a horse. Got another unassigned family now. That sounds good to me. Let's keep them unassigned so they can help with construction. The granary and storehouse are topped up, so that's good. Do you have a stall? Hopefully you'll get a stall. Hopefully they'll get a stall and we can, maybe that'll help a little bit. Ooh. Nice. Go ahead and upgrade. These guys got their second food need. Again, a combination of proximity and throughput, I think. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. So we know in theory it's working. It's just a matter of will it work this far. Yes, it will. These guys just got access to their second food. Beauty. Alright, cool. Progress, progress, progress. Excellent. Patience is a virtue, see? Patience is a virtue. Question is, do I want to upgrade you? Generate that regional wealth. Cost some timber, but we've got plenty of it. Issue is right now the oxen are all a little busy, a little preoccupied. I wouldn't mind securing this upgrade. Sure. Get it going. 3 unassigned families. Hopefully able to, once the timber is delivered, hopefully able to keep up with the construction. Between what, the up to 9 people that might be. Oh, keep up. Still bummed about that that bandit camp. Ah, gonna regret that for the rest of at least this session. We'll see how long my regret lasts. Overall, things are flowing nicely, though. Overall, things are flowing very nicely. 2 oxen unassigned. That's fine. The horses are assigned. Just trying to take a look at. Yeah, I have 2 spots available actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and order a new horse in here. So the hitching post isn't even a priority. Granted, the timber's already been delivered, that's fine. Really is more about that, isn't it? Making sure the logging camp has more room to get more timber. Get them working their way over here. But they need an oxen is the thing. And I could assign one of the oxen over here permanently, but we don't need timber that badly. And I don't need to clear the space out that badly either, because we're not going to build more houses too soon. Right, before we build an additional house, we'll go ahead and get this expansion. Wait, do I not have 2 timber? Oh, crap. We've used up all the timber. Or, like, not used it up, it's still here, but it's been reserved for other constructions. So, alright, turns out we do need another oxen. Or we at least need to commit one to here. Yeah, let's get some timber. Funny how that cap creeped up on us, eh? But we're okay, we're okay. We caught it in time. We caught it in time. Still a lot to go over here. I mean, 19 timber there alone. What are you hauling over here? Meat? Hides. Alright. Good, hopefully we can get clothing needs met as well. Food variety's looking good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sweet. We got 3 down here. We got 2 for these 2. Yeah, I think it's just... that second stall is probably helping significantly. Good stuff. Alright. Whoops. Good stuff, good stuff. Excellent. Alright, so that addresses that concern. That was concerning me last session too, and then it was brought up in the comments as well. I was like, no, I've got a plan. Let's hope the plan works, and it has worked, so we're good. We're good. For the time being. Down over here. I need a little bit more timber. Go ahead and prioritize you, so we can get maybe some more shoes or something going. We got plenty of shoes. If I want to do clothes, I need to figure out linen. I think it was. Trying to remember the production chain. But there's other resources that I need to figure out if I want to do something like clothes. Tempting though. We got plenty of shoes. How much do shoes sell for? I gotta establish a trade route first, but they sell for 8 a pop. Okay. There's money to be made there. But are we meeting those needs? No, we're not. And so I don't want to do that. We're mostly meeting those needs, but not by nearly enough. And I'm starting to wonder if it's if an additional storehouse won't help do the trick. We'll find out. We'll find out soon. I think I might put a small storehouse down over here. Have we got room for it in between these roads? Oh, come on. Oh, I think I might actually. I think it's just a lack of goods. Might be able to place it down here. Maybe face it this way. It's a bit more convenient. Yeah. I can fit it in here. And then that might be the one that again maybe holds maybe not dyes, but leather, hides, malt and barley, you know, all the stuff that supplies over here. And this can be saved from holding these things and instead focus on shoes, which then go out over here. Just so that the families are a bit more focused, I suppose. I think that might make a bit of a difference. Every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. Of course, now by permanently assigning an ox to the logging camp, I've removed one from the construction crew, as it were. And do we have an additional horse? We do. Want to see how much action that horse sees. Thomas. I want to see what you get up to. What you help with, if anything. Yeah, we'll get to figuring out some of the details. I think we've reached that tipping point, folks. I think we've reached that tipping point where we've grown to a point where we'll need additional storages. We'll need additional, maybe still an additional market, an additional like housing community maybe off in the distance, like I was talking about. And then those guys will need their own market, and that people from that market are going to have to travel a very long way to get goods. But if it's a small enough community of houses, then maybe it's not so difficult to provide. There is that possibility. But I think we're getting there. And we've got a lot of construction projects on the go right now. I know I want to get all the farming-related things done, you know, within the next month or so. I don't know if we'll move quickly enough. We got plenty of families, but do I want to reduce the number of families working these two buildings? What I'd probably do is remove the number of families working, maybe like one less family at the trading post. Maybe get one less family at the hunting camp and get some nice big fields going. And that's the other thing as well, the size of the fields. I got to figure that out. I'm always tempted to just make these massive fields that take forever to tend to. In their entirety, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that here. I got to figure out how exactly I want to lay these fields out, how I want this space to look. And then if I do in fact want to have barley going on at the side there as well, where we have a bit of barley fertility, right? Like, do quite a bit for the rest of it. Clear out some of these trees, maybe. Don't get too close to the berry bushes or the animals there, which again are being overhunted. And then you have barley off in the distance over here. I mean, this is a lot of room to grow crops. This is a lot. So I should be fine. But second priority, I think, because we got plenty of ale flowing. Yeah, we got plenty of ale. So much so that we might be able to sell it, actually. Alright, this burgage plot has been upgraded. I'm thinking, ooh, no tavern supply. We're too far away. I mean, I'd buy that. That is kind of far for a tavern. I don't like walking that far for a pub. Church supply, though. We got church supply. Church level is okay. So that's good. Church isn't too far. We'll see, actually. Does the tavern have... They just got the one ale, so to speak. The one barrel of ale. Let's see if they actually bring in additional to support, or if I need to get another family assigned here to do the trick. But, at the very least, looks as though we've got ourselves another family? Went from 3 to 4, did it not? Could speed up our construction. 12 timber. Guys are working away, hopefully quickly. And up over here, how's our manor looking? Still collecting those goods, slowly but surely. A lot of planks we need. We have them, if I'm not mistaken. We got 40 planks. Yeah, we got enough planks. And it's not like I'm setting them up for trade, because I've set my limits properly. So we should be okay on that front. Just a matter of shipping all those planks over. We'll get there. Trying to figure out if I want more oxen. We have one more spot. We have that hitching post as well. That's probably done now. In about 13 days, I'll be able to order one, and I think it might be necessary. The rate at which we're expanding at times, I think it might be necessary. Thought it'd be nice to enjoy the tranquility of the winter sounds for a moment there. This burgage plot is still waiting for some goods. Oh man. But how are we looking in terms of the supply of essentials? Food's looking alright. Clothing, not so hot down over here. But hopefully that'll be solved as we get the burgage plot up over here producing more, I think. Fuel's looking alright, at least there's that. Got one house off in the distance not getting fuel. Surely we have plenty of it, though. Surely we have plenty of it, yes. Now, again, it's been suggested from time to time that I maybe invest in charcoal, and you're absolutely right. Just need to get that, that development point. And we can. It's not that far away. I just got to upgrade this church, and then all of these guys will have all their needs met. If I hold down tab, you'll see we're just missing the church level, church level, church level, church. It's just all across here, just church level. Down over here, food and clothes. Otherwise, we're good. Over here, clothes. Okay. Yeah, we just need, I think we need another cobbler. Because right now, I think it's one cobbler, is it not? Yeah, one cobbler is supplying this entire village of 78 people with shoes. That's a hefty responsibility. Can't take a sick day. So yeah, we're probably gonna need another cobbler. We're gonna get one over here. No reason to wait, to be honest. Apart from the fact that it'll like take planks away from the manor, which is now more than just a dirt patch. So that's promising. That's a good spot to be in. It's got walls, kind of. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to. I think we commit. The downside is it like affects our assignable families, but I think the upside is worth it. People want shoes. Give the people shoes. Yeah, it's an easy decision. What do you call an easy decision? A shoe-in. I apologize for nothing, apart from the fact that, folks, this is where this session must end. We're about at the hour mark, and I like to keep these about an hour long. I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by hitting that like button down below, and if you have any thoughts, opinions, questions, suggestions, feelings, whatever it might be, leave a comment as well. Again, if you're not a subscriber yet, you might want to consider subscribing because there's going to be plenty more Manor Lords on this channel moving forward. And apart from that as well, if you like city builders in general, strategy games, all that good stuff happens on this channel too. Those genres are my favorites, and so I tend to stay on top of them. But yeah, this is just magnificent. I'm having such a blast. I'm excited for our fields. We'll kick that off, I think, at the beginning of the next session. Prepare the fields, prepare all the structures that come with it, even if it means slowing down the construction of our manor ever so slightly. I do want to get the church built up as well, but that's not as time sensitive. But it is nice to see that our efforts in getting food to the people and stuff have in fact worked. Getting those families at the granaries, getting those families at the storehouses, that has worked in the distribution of food and other goods as well. Hopefully those new shoes will do the trick too. And hopefully I've positioned that appropriately. It's near the stockpiles of resources as opposed to close to the market, but we'll see. It's not too far away from the market either. It's about where the storehouse is. So hopefully that'll all work out nicely, but it is nice to see that space finally get used up as well, because it's been left empty for so very long. Anyway, folks, like I was saying, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, you know what to do as always. And also, as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting this channel on a monthly basis. They'll keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.